We all have different aspects of our business that we don't necessarily love, whether it's bookwork or maybe it's social media or perhaps it's taking product photography. We'll all have 1 or 5 areas of our business that we don't necessarily love. But today in the Handmade Daily, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks and ideas for how you can really flip the script on that. My name's Lena and I'm the very proud owner of madeit.com.au, where we have over 900 Australian artisans selling on the platform. But we really are so much more than a marketplace. We're a community and a collective of like minds. And if you're an Australian handmade artisan and you're not selling on Made It yet, make sure that you keep an eye out, because we open up applications only once per month, because we want to onboard new members together so that you can really be welcomed properly into the community and we can set you up for success as well. So we all have an aspect of our business that we don't love, right? And you know, for me, I have to say it's bookwork, it's probably emails. Those are kind of the 2 big heavy ones where I get drawn into it quite a lot. When I first started doing social media and creating content, it was like, oh my goodness, this is so hard. I had no idea what I was doing, didn't have a clue. And the point at which it became easier was when I realized it was an extension of my creativity. When I realized it was play, all of a sudden it allowed me the space to really have fun with it. Having my own fashion label, you know, starting off making dresses in my garage and building up into a team of 30 in our staff we had before I sold. It's changes that you go through. So I went through that stage, possibly where you're at right now, where it's like, I don't know how to get the right photos. I don't know how to do all the stuff. But what I realized in that process is that the reason why I struggled with it so much is that I was trying to create this perfect ideal version of all of these things I was trying to create. So I was trying to create photo shoots that looked like $50,000 photo shoots, but I literally had an iPhone, right? And then it changed when I decided I'm going to have fun with this and I'm going to make it play. So when we're talking about, say, bookwork for me as an example, one of the ways that I do that is that I actually plan out a time specifically for me to be able to do it. And then I color code the spreadsheets and make sure that all the fonts are pretty and that all the things link and that they highlight exactly the way that I want it to work. And every time I send it off to the bookkeeper, who just goes over the few final bits, and she's like, oh, why have you done this? And I'm like, oh, no. We just need to keep in the same fonts. We need to keep in the same size, because that's part of what becomes with my creative play. So if you were thinking about this with your part of the business, what is it that you don't love? And I know 95% of handmade artisans say that it's the social media, it's creating the content, it's being on all the time. My question to you is, what if it was play? What if it was creative fun? How would you approach it differently? Would there be a little bit more lightness to it? Would there be a little bit more desire to even get involved in it at the first place? Remember, your products are not perfect. You are not perfect. So therefore, everything that you're creating doesn't need to be perfect either, but it does need to be fun. It does need to be an extension of you, and it does need to be something that you're going to be okay coming back to do it again and again and again. So grab out your handmade notebook, just take a few quick notes and think about what are parts of your business that you really resist with. You can kind of feel that little bit like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that bit. That's the bit that you need to lean into and go, what if I could make it a game? What if I could make it fun? What would it look like? Would it be doing it with other artisans? Would it be coming up with content out in nature? Look into that, dive into it, and have some fun with it. These creative businesses are built to be fun.